Greetings and thank you for joining me once again. This is Dennis Kelly of First Impressions Media. And today we are at video number 10 of our series of 10 and wrapping up our series of the top 10 mistakes in advertising and how you can correct them. I appreciate very much that you've spent these first 9 videos with me, and I hope it has imparted some experience, some knowledge, some help for you to avoid or eliminate some of the advertising and marketing and media hiccups that too many advertisers have had to deal with. I capped this at 10. That's not to say there's not a host more of them, and I'm sure everyone can append to the list or maybe change the order as they see fit, and I fully respect that. But these are the ones that have been the most prominent in my career across multiple agencies and multiple clients and industries and budgets of all sizes. So I hope they are some guideposts for you as to how to navigate your future activity. So by way of quick review before we get to our series ender, a quick summary. Number 1 was a failure to test and to measure your ad. And number 2 was not taking the time for ad scheduling. Number 3 was failing to research who your target group really is. Number 4 was changing the look too frequently. Number 5, remember I suggested that you've got to dance with who you brung. You take care of your existing clients. And number 6, please do the due diligence and don't just open your wallet to any ad sales rep. Number 7 is spreading yourself too thin and not doing a good job on any one media to start with. Number 8 is coming into the campaign with unrealistic expectations of what your ad campaign can do to transform your business overnight. Number 9 was giving up on your campaign too soon. And today, for number 10, and this one strikes at the heart of creative, and that's quite simply running lousy ads. You've seen them. You can probably rhyme 2 or 3 off the top of your head just like that. There is no way to put it delicately, but most advertising, as high as 90% by some reports, but most advertising fails. Huh? 90%? Yes. And why? Well, because they don't excite and engage the reader. They don't pique curiosity. They don't tell the reader to pay attention. They blend into the background and become invisible. They are too boring. So like I said, there's not a way to put this delicately. But if your message isn't that engaging to pull someone's attention in, how in the world are you going to get them down to the bottom of the ad when you can't even get their interest at the top of the ad? I mentioned Mr. John Caples earlier in this series. He was a prolific ad tester. He was also a very good ad writer, and his most famous, or arguably his most famous, was an ad he wrote for a U.S. School of Music Correspondence, where the headline read to the effect, "They laughed when I sat down to play the piano, but when I started to play," and then he went through some wonderful storytelling. That headline captivated people through the entire ad and to the clip-out coupon that had to be used to basically get some music lessons by mail. It was a wonderful success, and it was repeated for decades because it continued to pique the reader's curiosity. Your headline makes or breaks your ad. And many a seasoned copywriter will tell you just how important those few words are toward getting the reader into the rest of the story. It can pique curiosity. It can be, here's how. It can be, this is why. It can be, who else wants whatever. But more than anything else, your headline has to draw attention away from everything else that person is going through at that time and say, you really need to read this ad. You need to see what it is I have to say. Nothing else is as important as these 95 seconds it'll take you to read my ad. That's what you have to do. And to fix this, ladies and gentlemen, well, quite simply, you simply have to write better ads. It all starts with the words. Those 26 letters of the alphabet are your key to sales. So whether you write it for yourself or you have an agency or a professional writer do it for you, you want ads that are informative. Get the prospect eager to have more of this, whatever your this happens to be. To get them into the ad, you need to create a great headline. And a great headline is responsible for upwards of 80% of the success of the ad. It has to stop you and pull you in. It has to have arresting power. You want to sell them, don't you? You need to get their attention. And if you want to get their attention, stop them with a headline that says, you have to read this now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. It has been my privilege. I hope this series has been of assistance to you. I look forward to your feedback electronically or by mail if you're so inclined. All of the contact information to reach me can be found at www.firstimpressionsmedia.ca. You'll find a host of paid and free resources there to help you along the way. And if I can be of any further assistance, it will be my privilege. Again, this is Dennis Kelly of First Impressions Media. Thank you.